lot of new money, when the not saving, you be liking my flavor, I think it's cause. On the rest, watch out, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch. Ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist.
I was legit. Ever since I blew, they all on my. Hey, back then, they know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long. Say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex slick then. They pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
Okay, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the Pacific Northwest.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch cause you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, when the not saving, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause. Ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out, I never switch.
Okay, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the Pacific Northwest, the home of the 12s, as it's called, CenturyLink Field in Seattle. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Carolina Panthers and the Seattle Seahawks. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Who's 15? 14, 14, 40.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Nice job.
Entering settings screen, you have 18 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
By that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
58, come on. You're not ready. You're not ready.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here.
Alert, 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 alert. Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. 40.
Now Wilson on first down. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. In the wild card win last week, he had just 2 catches, and now he's got his first one here. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who can make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Buying time to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Myles Garrett able to finally wrestle him down for what's just going to be a huge loss, and it takes us to 4th down as well. Allen on the punt as he gets this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
Mike, right there in the middle, 55. Time to go, night. Check, crunch. Regular.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Watch the safety. Hey, orbit. Switch. Alert 3.
From the 38, Allen. That's complete to DK Metcalf. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
That's good for a Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Mostert. Two chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Kill. Hey, turn it. Check out read. He's coming. We got double up. Half 10. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
On first down, Richard. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Go. Check 13. Check 13. Check 55 to mine. Check.
On the ground, Richard. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Hey, home. Shit. Pass. Middle. Flare. Hey, Alpha. Out. Check 50.
This is Mostert. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 9-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. Flush to his right. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. He had 2 catches in the wild card game, and he's matched that total in the first quarter here in this one. And a first down as well.
Let's go.
With the score, Seahawks 7.
Got it. They're not ready for this.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And this one's incomplete. The tight end, C.J. Uzomah, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Wilson. He's got the hook up with Conley. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. From midfield now, here's Wilson, eluding the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Now Mostert, and he's got some space here. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 23 yards the pickup there. Looked like they picked a heck of a time to run the counter.
And we've been saying that in this great game of football probably since we started playing. Anytime you get guys thinking you're going to go one way and you hit back the opposite side, it's a great chance it can turn into the type of play we just saw there, a big gainer.
He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill out the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Wilson. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Caught here by Conley. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. Wilson now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Now Wilson. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a 1st down on that effort. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Throwing again here, Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again, Wilson. And this one complete to Reed. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Again, Wilson being chased out left. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Tucker's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
This is taken at his 4. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line.
At their own 37-yard line.
Right there.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about...
There he goes, right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Raheem Mostert saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Point after, right down.